My name is Leah. I am a 2-4 splenic projector.
I'm Crystal, 1-3 sacral generator. This is Human Design Diaries.
This is our deconditioning process.
Oh my goodness. So, just recolored my hair. I finally put some highlights back in it because it was getting really just like meh. It's the only word I have is meh. But I'm not going to talk about my hair. Today we have Venus conjunct Chiron, and I've been feeling that for honestly a good few days. And just ignore how that looks. It will fall. Venus is conjunct Chiron, and so it definitely feels softer today. I feel like for the last few days or even like a week, it's been kind of just a lot coming up with my open throat, and it's probably been even before that. But my Chiron's in Gemini, which is, you know, a communicative driven sign, and I have a completely open throat. And it's also an air sign. I also don't have a lot of air in my chart. And so I have on my personality side, which is what's moving right now. You have to look at what's moving with the transits, and what's moving is the personality side. That's what's connected to your astrology chart on your conscious side. So what's moving is gate 16, which is the gate of skills. And it's like I'm feeling a lot of doubt with, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like I'm getting so many readings right now, but I still haven't reached my numbers with my workshop and the cosmic community. I have goals, and when I don't reach them, I then start to doubt myself. And like, of course, then you're going to doubt your skills. So March. Is time real anymore? Like, I feel like when Saturn moved into Pisces in gate 55 in March, like we just feel like we're living in a dream. So I was like looking back on my month, I was like, wow, we did a lot of crying. We moved from Aquarius to Pisces, which brought on a lot of tears, which makes sense as to why also like we had to have our Chiron conjunctions with Venus and Jupiter. So that brought up a lot in relation to my Chiron in Gemini, in my conscious Chiron in gate 16, and my skills. And it was like I was seeing two different versions of myself. I saw my future self that was starting to play out, and then I saw my past self that was still on that fucking struggle bus. You know, gate 28. It's like, do you even sometimes know why you're struggling? What's the purpose? I feel like gate 28 asks a lot of times, and those are my Plutos. And Pluto moved into Aquarius this month, which was, the air is different, you know? Aquarius is an air sign, and I feel like the air has shifted. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel. So full moon Virgo brought up a lot in relation to my body. I've had Mars transiting my 6th house for, what has it been, like the last 8 months. And so full moon Virgo was really a huge completion for me with everything that's been going on with my body. I was injured 12 years ago, and it was during this time that I had met somebody that is now helping me actually heal my shoulder issue. So that was a really beautiful ending to March. And my mom also visited. She is a 2-4 emotional manifesting generator. And wow, just being a house full of non-emotionals, aside from the channel of intimacy, the channel of fertility that I create with my husband. It's so different when an emotional enters a non-emotional space. And this one was kind of hard because it was happening during the Chiron conjunctions. Like, my mom came to help me really feel. I mean, let's be real. It was time to purge a lot and find my heart center again. And I feel like that's what this month really helped me do. With Pisces rules a lot of my planetary activations, a lot. My sun sits in the 12th house also, which is really my essence. And I feel like, you know, my conscious sun is the love of self, gate 10. And I feel like I've been finding love for myself that I didn't even know existed in the month of March. We also got a snake. My manifestor, he got a snake. I had gone on a date night with my husband. We went to see Rubble Bucket. And it was really funny because we went to downtown Asheville for a little bit, which is my ultimate kitchen, by the way. And so I had stopped in a shop that I'm super excited. I had never seen this shop before, so I'm excited to go back. And they had one of those banana ball pythons, which now we might also be getting that at some point. I'm like, are we going to be a house full of snakes? I really, as a vegetarian, it's hard for me to watch. I'm never going to feed this snake.
There you are. Why are you so cute? Look at you.
But so we got this snake. It happened during the channel of initiation. We drove around to I don't know how many different places looking for this snake. And then we landed on the last place. And so we got this snake. His name is Pickle. No, he is not green. He's red. Milo was dead set on Pickle. And so I don't know, he's kind of cute though. Like, you look at him, I'm like, but how big is he gonna get? He's a corn snake. So back to Rubble Bucket for a second, because my husband and I met at a concert. He is Wide Valleys, also low sound Wide Valleys. I'm calm determination and kitchens environment, dry kitchens. And we had met at a gathering for someone's birthday at a local show. And so we saw Rubble Bucket. They're not local. I think where are they? New York? Brooklyn maybe, but they're really good. They have a song that talks about geometry, sacred geometry, and it's just so funny. So this month has really been about coming back home to myself in a big way. And I feel like with April, with eclipse season starting, we have our variable intensive coming up. I'm just excited for a lot of different possibilities. I feel like the door is starting to open for all of us, and I'm walking through it. I hope you guys are too.
Let's talk about March. March was basically a blur. I feel like it went by really fast. I've been having a little bit of trouble with my shoulder. I injured my shoulder back in 2021, in the beginning of 2021. And I've had this long process of healing, working on it. And just within the past few weeks, I've had these huge realizations by following the transits and really diving into like my astrology chart, my human design chart, and understanding the transits and what's been going on. And I feel like this is all coming back to a head right now for me to work on it. And I have like 4 or 5 planets currently at the end of March going through Aries, my Aries in the 6th house. And it's just been all about my physical body, all about my wellness, all about my health. And it's all been coming up right now. It's crazy that now that I see it in the transits and I see what happened 2 years ago in the transits, I had Chiron also in Aries. And it's like all of this stuff is coming back to the surface for me to address it, for me to understand what is this constant pattern. So yeah, besides that, I kind of in like this waiting game right now, waiting on my health provider and that kind of stuff. So all of that aside, March was, gosh, I don't even know what we did. We didn't really go anywhere. We had, my kids are in school, so they basically had school. We had a few days off for snow, and I've been just kind of working on taking some time for myself. I take at least 1 or 2 days off a week from my cleaning business, and I also like to take time in the evening for myself, because as a projector, I do find that I work constantly all day long, and by the end of the day, I really need a break. So that's been my main focus, is to allow myself a lot more rest. Although April seems very busy. So I feel like maybe March was like my rest time so that April can just like fire off into the universe. And so I guess like stay tuned for the April Design Diaries, because that's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be very busy in my personal life, and also with the Human Design and Astro Club. I'm just really excited to get a bunch of things rolling and see where we go in the future. And I've had a lot of fun in the cosmic community. I feel like that's been a huge thing for us. I'm navigating using tarot cards and oracle cards and making tarot spreads for them. So that's been a really fun little new adventure. And just adding, as much as I can and being as supportive as I can for the members in the cosmic community has been a huge thing this month. So we're excited to open up the doors on April 1st so that we can expand out to you if that's something that you need as support. And then talking about the transits, like I don't think I would be understanding where my life is right now had I not known what the transits were doing for me, and allowing myself that grace and not being super overwhelmed and stressed out about things out of my control, because I know it's happening for a reason. So besides the support of the transits, the support of the cosmic community, my friends, my family, my husband, all of those things, I feel very supported right now. I feel really at peace with what's going on. And I know that whatever happens, whatever goes on with my shoulder and going forward, I know that I have support, and that feels really good. I just have this fear that it's all going to come to a screeching halt, and that I'm not going to be able to do it anymore. And everything in my body and mind wants to tell me that I can just work through it, and I can just, keep going without worrying. But I don't know if that's actually going to happen, and it sucks. So that's currently what I'm feeling into right now, allowing myself to kind of list out the things that I've done, have the conversation with my surgeon on Friday, and really see what are my options, what's going to happen, what do I need to do. Maybe I need to do more appointments and get an MRI or an X-ray or something to see what's really going on the inside, because sometimes you can't really tell how bad something is if you don't have all of those other things done. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And it seems like it's coming up this time of year for the past 3 years. So something is coming up. I just don't know what yet.
So that's all I got.
We hope that you enjoy this episode of the Human Design Diaries, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
Today is the day when you just radically love yourself.